all-star sales book. Have you ever been to a motivational speaker, a lecture by him or her? I have never been. I probably won't as well. However, this writer, Billy Cox, seems he's a motivational speaker. A friend of mine, when we were discussing, she suggested that you read this book. He's this, he's that. And one of the quotes she narrated was, you need to step back, understand, and then take a real view about it before you pass on a judgment. I thought, okay, you know what? As a part of these book summaries, let me take a stab at it. So I picked up this book, the All Star Sales Book. Now, this guy, he has a unique way of putting in for everything in order to really make a call to action. He says, you gotta, you gotta, you gotta. Now, as I was reading this book, I was reminded of there are many words which from Indian languages they have made into English dictionaries. Pajama, guru, pandits, etc. This word which I am now going to talk, this is what we usually talk in our Indian way to really say when somebody is too philosophical as a leader in corporate or otherwise, and he or she is just going on and on and on and on. And I call that word as satsang. Basically, chanting something to really raise your so-called consciousness. Most of the speakers, these kind of motivational speakers, they chant those kind of things to really highlight that. And I personally would always call them, there is a satsang going on, and just be there for whatever moment you can be. So that's what this book for me is. It's kind of a satsang. And this book, it offers is 103 quotes, unlimited one-liners, and as I said, chants of the experience of this person as well as the famous athletes who have achieved their greater heights, and in this parlance he tries to bring it back into achieving the higher sales consciousness. Now, good, bad, or indifferent, I think you can take a pick. For me, it was a satsang, so I just wanted to take a step back and understand. Still, if I am taking a step back, I really need to see, is there something worthwhile since I have invested my time on it? So my takeaways, there were a few which I liked, so I'll go into those very specifically. First one, he brings out this whole element of knowing your whys. It's interesting, it's a good one, wherein he talks about if you know your hows, like you have a dream, how I will achieve my dream. If you have is your sales target in today's recession and depression, how I'm gonna do it. Well, you can go into that. However, if you know your why, then you'll be more motivated. Again, I'm sorry for being a motivational speaker for a moment, but that's how this book reads and talks about. One thing which I really would love to say is that there is a section on how you gotta be coachable, and inside that there is a good couple of pages which talk about how do we find a right coach. That was impressive. Okay, so there were 5 key things which we need to look for and find in a person when we think he or she can be our coach. One, it's all inside view first. Am I willing to tell my commitments to that person? I would share my failure as well as success with this person. Will I? Can I follow that person? Will this person hold me to a higher standard? Will this person let me off the hook or no? So if we have these answers for a person, that person could be the right coach for us. Then the next one is developing positive affirmations. This one also was, I would give some good marks on that. It was awesome. That how instead of saying, I can't do it, I'm so sorry, you know what, you suck, I'm so sorry, the kind of narrative you have is wrong, blah, blah, blah. So here he tries to ascertain that how we can make it into a positive affirmation. Like, case in example, let's say we have a fear of contacting our prospects, because this book is all about sales and all-star sales. So if we have a fear of contacting the prospects, then how he tries to position it says, because I work my leads as if they are gold, I have more than enough prospects to see each and every day. So as you see, the same point that you have a fear, he's trying to narrate. One more example on this because I like this section the most. Let's say we have poor work habits. Then he says, try to put it like, because I understand the importance of hard work and discipline, I am self-motivated person who has an excellent work ethic. So in a way, trying to bring a positive affirmation. Lastly, this was kind of an acronym. I was waiting for this acronym, this as in this kind of an acronym to come and splinter across. So he brought in called RAS, Reticular Activating System. Let me take an example. Let's say you are thinking of buying a particular car, and you tend to really realize that when you are on road in your current car, you start to see that car in that color or whatever you are looking for, and you start to really analyze and see, hey, I see that guy also has it, or that person also has it. And he gave that feeling or observation of our mind as RAS, Reticular Activating System. Basically, it amplifies our thoughts, or this is a system which amplifies our thoughts, and we start to ignore everything else and we start to react into what we see, which is what actually our thoughts have been. So that's pretty much how the maximum number of takeaways: knowing the whys, finding the coach, developing positive affirmations, and a word for our unique feelings when we see something or when we want something, need something. And apart from that, I would say enjoy the satsang if you really are into that, or I would say you gotta enjoy this satsang to know that you don't need to read these kind of books. However, up to you. I did not enjoy this book. It was just another book for me. Thank you.